wow, that's closer than I thought. I was trying to set up the screen and it seemed okay, and now it seems a little bit too close. Oh my God, it's never right, is it? You never know really what it's going to be like till you're live. Hi everybody, good morning. Hope you're all okay. How you all doing? Yeah, I'm in the corner of the bedroom again because this is the only quiet spot I can actually find. No word of a lie. The whole house is just taken over. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what this little ring is here, so we actually put like a little suction thing on here with a little camera so that we can see Thumps's cot, just so you all know. So that's what that ring is. Right, okay, so good morning to you all and thank you for joining the coffee morning. I'm very, very well aware that I set the coffee morning to 11:30 at night. So that might have confused a few people. That might be why some of you aren't here. And you're probably watching on replay because you're like, coffee morning at 11:30 at night. Yes, that is me. That is what I'm like. I just want to apologise right now. I'm so used to like putting PM. Like when I set my events for my singing and stuff on Facebook, I'm always setting it for PM and stuff like that. And now when I'm doing the quiz nights, I'm setting it for PM as well. So everything's PM. So I'm not really used to putting AM. So I think out of habit, when I set the live up this morning, I put PM instead of AM. And then it wasn't till my friend Fiona, who's a personal friend actually, she's obviously a louder as well. She sent me a text message saying, I just want to let you know you set it to 11:30 at night. And I was like, oh no. So it's good to have friends in these places. But anyway, good morning to you all. I hope you're okay. I do want to apologise that we didn't do the coffee morning yesterday, but obviously I did put in the community tab as to why that was. So Tim's been unwell. He's on the mend now. He's doing fine. I think it's just a 24-hour bug. So we went to bed on, hang on, what night is it? It's Tuesday today, isn't it? So we went to bed on Sunday night. And Tim said, oh, my stomach don't feel good. And I was like, oh, you'll be all right. You say that a lot, you know. And next thing you know, got up in the night and he was sick. So, and then like he was in bed all day yesterday. So I was really grounded. So I was going to send certificates of the winners from the quiz off yesterday. But I couldn't really get out of the house. Two reasons really. One, it was snowing, so I really didn't want to traipse out in it. I just thought, oh my God, this could wait a day, to be honest with you. And it's really sunny today and the snow is clearing up, so it's a bit more inviting to actually go outside. So it was snowing and I was like, I really don't fancy going out at all. And obviously it was just me and Thumps yesterday, and we always have this little problem because me and Tim share the car seat for Thumps. So we've got two cars, but we're always, whenever we want to go out in the car seat's always in the other car, if you know what I mean. So like when Tim's home, I would say 9 times out of 10, we go out in Tim's car. But because if he's been away, the car seat would be in my car. And we always have to like move the car seat over. And it is such a pain in the backside. So it was like, it's snowing, I need to change the car seat over. It's not like I can leave Thumps with Tim because Tim's bedbound because he's not very well. So I was just like, I'm staying indoors, so I'm a little bit grounded. So it was a naff day yesterday all round. Cancelled the coffee morning. Tim was unwell, so I kind of had to be his nurse for the day. And I don't make a very good nurse because I've got a sickness phobia, as most of you will know. So I'm really, really not good at dealing with things like that at all. I am the worst wife in the world when it comes to being poorly because you don't get any sympathy from me. All you get is me going, like, stay away from me. That's what I'm like because I've got this sickness phobia. Honestly, I'm terrible. So boys out there will probably be glad they're not married to me and that Tim is, because I'm not the best with dealing with sickness and stuff. Unless it's the kids, it's all right with things like that. But like when it's a fully grown man or a fully grown woman or something like that, I just can't deal with people puking. I just can't deal with it. So yeah, I'm the world's worst. So it was just a really, really naff day. But Tim's out of bed today. He's on the mend. He's been on the phone. He's been speaking to British Airways about his flight. So he is moving. So we're going forward in the right direction. I just hope whatever he had. I just hope, I'm praying that it's not a bug, because I can't handle things like that, and I really, really don't want it. And I'm praying with my whole heart it's not a bug and it was more like a food poisoning thing. So I'm fingers crossed with that, because tomorrow we're heading off to London because we're doing some filming there, and I have to be in ship shape. So there's no way, if this is a bug or anything like that, I'm going to go to London with a bug. So my fingers are crossed and I hope it's going well. It's a special day today as well, because it is my grandma's 96th birthday. Now, she won't be watching this because I don't even think she knows I've got a YouTube channel. She's even been on the channel, but she don't really know I've got one. She's not really aware, because at the moment the only thing my grandma is actually interested in is Andre Roux and some red wine. Oh, it was brilliant the other day. You're going to love this story. It's fabulous. In fact, I'll tell you about it. Let's do some shout outs and then I'll tell you about that in a minute. Right, anyway, shut up rambling, Gabby, and let's do some shout outs, because you guys have been waiting long enough for your shout outs, I'm sure. Right, hang on. We've got some things in green that have just popped up. So Leslie Harvey has been a channel member for 6 months. So thank you so much for your continued support, Leslie. I really appreciate that. And Leslie says, morning, Gabby. So morning back to you, Leslie, and everybody else in the chat as well. Wendy Kemp has been a channel member for 7 months. So thank you so much, Wendy. Much appreciated. And Wendy says, hi, Gabby. So hi back to you, Wendy. Louise Haran has been a channel member for 1 month as Super Louder. So Louise says hi, and hi back to you, and thank you for supporting. I really do appreciate all your support. It does mean a lot. So big, big thanks. So working our way back through the chat, we've got Kim K, Anna Tidmarch, Julie JN3, Jenny Meadham, Lisa Pryor, Karina Jane, Eastern Counties Electric Park and Ride. We've got Nikki Piper. A big thank you to all the mods, actually, that have given up their time this morning. It's really appreciated. We've got Rebecca J, Lee Davis, Ben McSporran, Andrew Lane, Penny, Belinda Harley, Brian Harvey. Belinda Harley and Brian Kitchen. Sorry, they were right. One was underneath the other, and looking at it at a glance, I got that completely wrong. Craig Cargill, Jules C, sorry, my eyes, sorry, Judy Sharp, Amanda Beach, Barry Coppock. Oh, Barry, I didn't think you'd be in the chat. I thought that you were out today, so nice to see you here. Lee Gaffard, James Robinson, I said Anna Tidmarch, I'm sure I have, unless I've just stared at her name for too long, I don't know. Jester DJC. We have loads of snow this morning. Took me 2 hours to do a 45-minute journey to work. Oh my God. I thought that only the east was getting snow, but I probably got that wrong then. Charlotte 19 is here. Leslie Garrett as well. Natalie Clark. Leslie Garrett. I think I've said Leslie Garrett. I'm not sure. Life with Hina. The Foxy Bee. Marcus Legend. Anna Tillett. Am I just repeating everybody now? I think I might be Helen Bosworth, Jacko, Minion Lover. Interesting comment. But yeah, thank you for joining us, Minion. We got Claire B. Claire B says, love your jumper. Do you know what? I was trying to get dressed for this morning, and I thought to myself, oh my God, I swear I'm wearing the same clothes on repeat. Like, when it comes to summer, I've got wardrobes full of different tops. But in the winter, I'm well limited with my clothes. I don't have that. I don't think I really have that much. And when I was putting my top on this morning, I thought, I've worn that before for the coffee morning, because I think I'm just wearing things on repeat now. Not that it really matters, I suppose. But, you know, it's nice to have like a little bit of a different look. And I just thought, I think I'm wearing the same clothes round and round in a circle now. So it might be a really good excuse for me to go out and treat myself. But to be honest with you, I do need to save the cash now and rein it in a bit, because winter months are really tight, as we all know. And obviously me and Tim are hoping to eventually move this year. So we need to like really, we need to be... not wasting money, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? So, because you know what it's like when you move house, there's a lot of fees for a lot of things, and you just need to be a bit more careful with things, don't you? And the worst thing with me is I'm this kind of woman where money burns a hole in my pocket. So if I've got like some spending money, I usually blow it straight away. I mean, my savings are pretty much non-existent, because I just like to spend, and if I've got it, that is. Let's face it, a lot of the time I don't have it, but when I do have it, I like to spend it, because I do live life a little bit on the edge, because I just think that life is for living and you've got to just get on with it. There's no point, well, there is a point. You do need to have, like, my mum and dad always taught me that you must have a nest egg. You must, because you never know when that rainy day is going to happen. And I've been raised the right way. I would say that is 100% the right way. They're so sensible, my parents and everything. So yeah, you should have a nest egg. And, you know, because say something goes wrong with your car or anything like that, you need to have that money backing you up. But I swear I am always on the edge. Always. I am not the sensible one when it comes to cash. I'm good at giving advice with cash, but I'll be like, I don't know, on the River Island site, and I'll be like, God, I really like them boots. Yeah, I really like them boots. And then I'll play on my mind and I'll be like, just buy them boots, Gabby. And I'll just go and buy them, and I'm like, oh no. And then I've done it, and then like my savings are shrinking and shrinking. So yeah, the savings just doesn't work out for me. I am a spender, I'm not a saver, and it's not good. Honestly, my mum will tell you I'm absolutely terrible with it. But do not be like me. It's not the way forward. Save. It's so important, because you just never know when you're going to need it. And me and Tim are tightening the belts, because like I say, you've got solicitors fees, and I didn't realise that when you move house, how much you really have to fork out for. I mean, I did realise, but I overlooked it. Do you know what I mean? And there's so much to pay out for. It's just disgraceful. It's disgraceful at what you have to do. But anyway, yeah, so I could buy myself some new tops for the coffee morning, but I've got to rein it in and make do. So I made do with this one. And this is an old top. Tim bought me it from Amazon, actually, like a couple of years ago. I think this is Amazon. If it hasn't got a label in it, it's definitely Amazon. Yeah, no label. Definitely Amazon. Yeah. And I'm not an Amazon fan, but this is all right, this top. I'll give him that one. But thank you, Clebby. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Craig says, I hope Thumpies isn't sick. And is Tim going live with his Q&A tonight? Craig says. Thank you so much for your super chat. It's a good question. I think it's pending, to be honest with you, because although he is on the mend, he's not 100%, and he has got to get right for tomorrow. So, I mean, he was saying to me this morning, oh, I've got to do the live, because he postponed his. But whether or not he will do it, I would say it's 50-50 at the moment. Watch this space. But the thing is, it is my grandma's birthday today, and I really do want to get round to seeing her at some point, and I don't think I can get there till like late afternoon, early evening. So that could potentially clash with a live. So it might be that if Tim does do it, he's on his own, but then Tim's saying that he wants to come and see my grandma too, but Tim's not feeling great. So everything is pending today, but it's better than yesterday, and that's the main thing, isn't it? So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, Eugene says, hi Gabby, how are you doing? I'm fine, thanks Eugene, hope you are too. Ben says, we can't wait, there is no we can wait, there is no rush, Tim. Yeah, exactly, Ben. I mean, people, to be honest with you, you're all pretty understanding about things like that, which is great. Thank you, Belvedere, for all the little plugs that you're getting in there. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the PO box is still open, so thank you. Rebecca J says, I don't like the cold and snow either. Cheers, back at you, James Robinson. Rebecca, I bet it's snowing where you are. You're in America, aren't you? From what I can remember. So anyway, just going on this funny story about my grandma. You're going to love this one. She's 96. She's incredible. Now, she plays the piano amazingly, and obviously music runs in my family a little bit, and my grandma's, well, my music side, well, my singing comes from my mum's, but my Starbucks side has got like quite a bit of a history with music as well. And my grandma plays, like I said, the piano amazingly. And her dad used to be able to play by ear. So he'd say, give me a tune. And you'd give him a tune and he would just be able to play it. And he was pretty amazing. So, and he'd just do it. And he was like, he was the kind of guy that you would see, like, if you were in your local pub back in the day where they used to have pianos in them and stuff, he'd be the one that would go, right, let's get on this piano, let's do it. And he would just like entertain the whole pub and just sit there and like, and play. And he was absolutely incredible. But yeah, my grandma's amazing, but she don't play the piano anymore because her eyesight is not as sharp as it was. So she struggles to read the music, which is a real shame, but she still loves the music and still watches Andre Rieu and that, and she's incredible. And yeah, big happy birthday, Grandma, even though she's not watching. Oh, James Robson, thank you for that gifted membership. I really appreciate that. But yeah, the other day, I can't remember where I was. Oh, that was it. I needed to pick Tim up from the train station because he had been in Scotland. And we'd got like, I don't know, an hour to kill before we had to go to the train station. So I thought, right, I'm going to take Casper to the play area because on his birthday, he absolutely loved it. It was amazing. And we just got in there and I'd got to the counter and I was with my mum and I ordered me and my mum a coffee. And then my dad starts ringing me and he said, can you talk? And I thought, this sounds urgent, the way he put, can you talk? And I thought, oh my God. So I thought I better ring him back because it's my dad, you know, it could be urgent, it could be anything. So I've ordered the coffee. So I go straight outside to take the call privately so that everyone can't hear. And I'm now telling how many people we've got, 179 people watching. So I'm now telling all you lot. So it's not a secret anymore anyway. It was a secret, but it's definitely not now. And I go, what's up? And he went, well, he said, oh, I'm really, really glad you're out. Because this was obviously on FaceTime. And he said, I can see you're out. I'm glad you're out because my dad is sitting with my grandma because obviously she's 96 and needs someone to be with her in case she needs any assistance. So he's with her. So he's a little bit grounded and can't get out. And he went, oh, I'm so glad you're out. I need you to do me a favour. And I was like, oh God, well, what do you need? And he went, I need you to go to Tesco's for me. And I said, well, it's going to be a little bit difficult because I said, I've just got into this play area, just ordered some coffees. And I said, and I've got to pick Tim up from the train station by a certain time. And I just said, what do you need from Tesco's? Might be able to get it on the way back. And he went, right, he said, right, listen really carefully. This is really important. He went, I need you to get me some WINE. I was like, wine. And I went, right. He went, because she doesn't know, she hasn't got any. And he's whispering because she's in the background. And I'm like, this is not an emergency. This woman is 96 years old and you've got this emergency where I've got to dash to Tesco's with my busy agenda and go and get my grandma her daily wine. Because at night time, her pleasure is a glass of white wine and watching Andre Rieu. And I just thought, that if anybody knew that this was the emergency in our family, I would just be like, people would think, what on earth? What sort of family is this? So I was like, well, yeah, let me get it on the way back. He went, all right, great. And he went, now when you go in there, if you go and see these little bottles, he said, you'll see there's one. He said, don't get anything higher than like 12% because that's too strong for her. And I was like, I think it's too strong for anybody personally. I don't get anything more than 12%. And he went, and if you get those mini bottles, you can get 4 for free. And I'm like, okay, I'll ring you when I get into Tesco's. So by the time I get to Tesco's, I've picked him up and everything. And I get into Tesco's and I'm on the blower to Dad. And then Dad's saying to me, right, make sure it's this one. So I'm looking, I'm going, that's great, Dad, but it's 4 for 3, the price. I went, and there's only 3 of them. He went, it's okay, because if you look a little bit further along, there's the same white wine, but it's in a plastic bottle. It's like a plastic wine bottle. And I'm thinking, oh my God, you know this aisle so well. And there really was. So anyway, I had to go and make a detour and make sure that my grandma had got a wine. But he did add on the end of it. And while you're there, pick me up 3 beers. So I was like, okay, Dad. So I think he wanted his beers as well. So yeah, the emergency this week was getting Peg, my grandma Peg, her wine. Bless her. But that is how you stay young, doing the things that you enjoy doing, isn't it? You know, just relaxing, some good music, a nice glass of vino, you know. And my grandma has lived a great life in the Mediterranean because she lived in Spain. Well, actually, she sort of to and fro from both. But she lived in Spain for quite a long time, and you know, she had that whole Mediterranean social life where she's going out and she's having a glass of red wine and tapas and stuff like that. And she says that traveling and a glass of red wine always keeps you young. So I'm like, yeah, man. So like, nobody feel like guilty when they're having a glass of red wine, because I would say 96 is pretty good going. Pixie Petal says, got to make sure you get the right wine, so important. It was an emergency, I'm telling you now. Yeah. Oh yeah, plastic bottle, Barry. So like, you know where the mini bottles of wine is, it is a wine bottle, but there's one that's like a plasticky kind of one, like instead of glass, but it's still a wine bottle, but it's just different material. Yeah. But while we're on the subject of family, actually, I just wanted to also shout out my uncle's channel, actually, Caravantastic, because I saw my uncle yesterday at my grandma's, and he told me that like him and his partner have been watching the coffee mornings, which I didn't realise they did. And I just wanted to shout them out, actually, because they're a great auntie and uncle, and they've also got a YouTube channel as well, and they do really good. So what they do is they have like they have a little touring caravan, and they go around all the caravan sites and they vlog all the places they go to and stuff like that, and it's absolutely fantastic. So go check them out. Anyway, they're called Caravantastic. I know that a couple of you do follow them, actually, because I had a couple of messages actually saying that he mentioned Tim actually on his channel. So I know that some of you do watch them, but yeah, they're absolutely fantastic. Go and watch them. They're really, really good. And I failed to mention that I'd got an uncle that did YouTube, because it's just every time I've been on YouTube, I just completely went out of my mind. But while I was on the subject of family, I've definitely had to get that in there, actually. So yeah, brilliant. Right, let's also quickly go over, I've had some comments as well. I've had some lovely comments, and I've had some pretty naff comments, which I can't wait to share with you, because I saw Nikki Piper the other day. She's one of my mods, and she came to one of my gigs, and I was telling her about it, and she was like, oh my God. So I'm so going to share it with you. But yeah, also, just before I read out some of these comments, the quiz night. So I don't know if any of you are joining in on the quiz nights, but once a week in January, we are doing a quiz night from my channel, and we are doing, oh, thank you so much, Barry, for a London treat. Thank you, Barry. Do you know what? They do a mean donut that's vegan in London, so I'm gonna treat myself to a donut. I can't wait. So thank you, Barry. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm doing a quiz night, and it's a different theme every week. So we've already done 2 so far. The first one was a general knowledge, and the last one, which we did on Saturday night, was a music quiz. Now, I'm so sorry to the people that watched it back, because as soon as I think I was just sat there, and sometimes I don't usually get notifications on people that put comments down, but if it's something it's like if YouTube know that it's an important comment, it will flag up as a notification. It'll flash up on my phone. So it's almost like YouTube know if it's something that needs addressing, and it'd probably be like, I don't know, it works on algorithm or what, but it's like it knows if a comment is like, if I get a nasty comment, right, sometimes it flags up. I mean, unless I've hid the user, it won't, because YouTube will want me to be aware of it. Or if it's something of a certain subject, it will flag up as well as a notification. And it was Ben McSporran's comment actually that flagged up, and I was sat there, and it was after the quiz, and a comment come up, and he was speaking to people in the comments and said, is it just me, or has the sound gone? And I thought, that's weird. And obviously that comment flagged up, and I thought, I need to go and check this out. So I looked back actually on it, and it was that I got copyrighted because of the countdown. Like when we were doing the questions and everyone was putting the answers in, we'd got like a countdown. Well, I put the countdown music in there, like so I might need to just sing it next time, and I was copyrighted for it, which I really didn't think would happen, but it did. So I had to go through it, and I had to block out that music, but I had to block it out like a minute either side of it as well. So while I was mucking around with it, trying to get it right, people were trying to watch it back and either had no sound at all, and it was just messy for people to watch. And I really apologise, because that's the last thing I wanted. I wanted people to enjoy it, so I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, I was trying to get it right, but the only way I could make the quiz possible was to cut out where the music was, and this took time. I mean, after I'd done it, I think everybody's tried to watch it now, so it's probably pointless doing it, but it took that long to figure out. But yeah, I had to cut it a minute before the countdown and a minute after, which basically defeated the whole object, because when the questions were coming up, obviously that minute before the countdown was eaten into the question, and then people couldn't watch it, and it was totally ruined. And I can only apologise for people that took time to watch it back on replay, because it was ruined, and I can only apologise. It is my fault. I just didn't think that countdown thing would be copyrighted at all. I just thought it's only like a small snippet, and I was kind of talking over it, but yeah, I did, and that was that. So next time I'll sing it. But anyway, it's going really, really well. So I just wanted to say my apologies for that, because, you know, it was a blast, and that quiz went on for ages, because like I'd had one glass of wine and I got tipsy and I couldn't stop talking. So it was amazing. James, thank you for gifting another membership. Much appreciated. Craig, you've gifted some memberships as well. So thank you, Craig. I really appreciate that. Thank you, everyone. Barry says £10 should cover a London donut. I might be able to get a little coffee in there as well. I might be able to. Lady Genevieve says, been housebound on bed rest with a leg fracture for 6 weeks, but would love to send card from Eastern Beaches in Sydney. Oh, but would love to send card from... Oh, right. So, sorry, that's where you live in, Eastern Beaches in Sydney. I'm really sorry that you've not been very well and that you're bedbound. Sending you lots of get well hugs, and I hope that you make a full recovery from that. It's not nice when people are like struggling to get out, is it? It's horrible. I mean, we were housebound for 1 day yesterday, and that was horrible. Oh, Darren says, hi Gabby, I work for YouTube. Flags it. Oh, algorithm flags it. Basically, then we can manually review it. I think I know what you mean. I think there's some code words in there somewhere. Marcus Legend said, I gave up trying to answer any questions. I always get lag. Oh, I'm as well. Obviously with the certificates, I know that it is like when we say about the winner being the fastest finger first and stuff like that. Just so you know, I am engineering it so that the same person doesn't get a certificate twice, if you know what I mean. So if anyone's won a certificate and say it's because they've got the fastest internet or whatever, you know, in the next quiz or whatever, I will take into consideration that they've already got a certificate. And I'm pretty sure the people that have got one will totally understand that too, and just appreciate the fact that they've got one. And to be fair, these certificates are naff. It's all about like the bants and then a little bit of fun. That's all it is. So do not stress too much about if you know, if there's if you're a little bit behind with answering or anything like that. Rebecca, thank you so much. Cheers to you. No, cheers to your grandma and my mum who just turned 80. She never stops. Rebecca, I was just about to shout your mum out. That was coming up next in my comments. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I appreciate that. Rebecca's mum has just turned 80. They've just had a party for her 80th. So a big round of applause for her for turning 80. Congratulations to Rebecca's mum. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I hope that she had a really, really lovely day. But yeah, you were actually in my comments. I was about to shout you out for happy birthday, actually. So anyway, going to the comments, right. Last week, right, we touched upon, obviously it was Casper's birthday, weren't it? And we were saying about like what the labour was like in that and how it was really fast. But I got this message come through from Cheshire Cat 6639, And I don't know, I think is Cheshire Cat in the chat? I'm sure I saw Cheshire Cat pop up. Unless I'm just like seeing things from quiz night. I don't know. But Cheshire Cat said, that special day of your baby being born never leaves us. The pain is worth every minute. Mine, as in hers, are 42 and 38 this year. I have 2 clocks in my house. Now this needed a shout out because I thought this was so cool. I have 2 clocks in my house. New visitors do ask why one is stopped at 8:30 and one is at 4:30. I say 6 because it's a 24-hour clock, but 4:30. Well, I do explain why. 2 very special times. Loved your story. Poor men in the chat, they don't really get it, bless. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, obviously men can't give birth unless anyone has, and I'm not aware of it. Because it's like, how can you, well, to anyone that hasn't had a baby physically, how can you explain what it feels like? Because it is like the most excruciating thing ever, and it's hard to explain to someone who's never been through it. But I just really wanted to shout your comment out because I just thought that was so cool that you've got 2 clocks in your house paused at the times your children were born. And I just think that's so cool. Now, whether you stopped them when it happened or whether you've just gone back to your clocks and changed the time so that you've got that time there on show, I just think that is such a really lovely way to mark it. Really nice. So I just want to say, wow, that definitely deserved a shout out. Also, I got a message from, these are nice ones, by the way, that I'm reading out. I got a message from Gary Druitt. Gary, I couldn't respond. He sent the message to my singing page, and sometimes, please don't take it personally if I haven't responded to any of you. Sometimes it doesn't give me the option to. I don't know why. Some people I can respond to, and other people I can't. But it's because there's a restriction your end of letting like a business page message you back. So it's almost like you can send the message and then you come off completely. Does that make sense? And then other people are open to it. So it's all to do with your privacy settings. So some people I can respond, like I can't respond back to Foxy B. I don't know why. I just can't. But then there are others that I can. It's just strange. But I couldn't respond back to Gary's. And this is why I really want to shout this out. Gary sent me a picture. Obviously, I'm not going to show the picture for privacy reasons, obviously, of his of his little son. And he says, "Hi Gabby, hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. Following Casper's Christmas present, which our older boy seen us watching on your video, I had to take a late night trip to Bristol last night, in brackets, with him in his PJs to get something similar from his Christmas money. And Gary had took his son out and bought an Elmo for his little boy with his little boy's Christmas money, and he sent me the picture of his little boy holding Elmo really close. And as soon as I was just going to bed and I was going through my messages, and I was just like, oh my God, that's totally melted my heart. Totally. So I just wanted to say, Gary, I couldn't respond back to you because it wouldn't allow me to, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for sending me that, because that was just so cute. And he's holding his Elmo looking so proud. It makes me want to cry. I think it's so lovely. I hope he's enjoying his Elmo. I really do. Barry says, where is Elmo this morning? He's downstairs with Thumps. That's why I'm not doing the coffee morning downstairs, because Tim was on the phone to BA and it's chaos down there. So I've had to find a corner, and this is the corner where I can get in. But oh, I just thought it was so lovely. And I really hope he likes his Elmo, because he is cool, right? I mean, he did say something similar. So I don't know if he's got the walking, talking one, or whether he's just got like an Elmo in general. But either way, Elmo is just a cool character, isn't he? He's awesome. Also wanted to say, hang on. Speaking of birthdays, Ben, you're in the chat, aren't you? I've seen you this morning. It will be my birthday next Friday. So Friday the 19th. And so this is Ben to me. and I'll be 25. And I feel old at that. Are you joking, Ben? 25 is a fantastic age. Embrace it, enjoy it. You've got a whole life ahead of you, trust me. Just enjoy it, Ben. Grab it with both hands. But big happy birthday for Friday, Ben. I think that, you know, you're a really good supporter of the channel, and thank you so much. And then obviously now I've got to the bit where I was going to actually wish Rebecca J's mum happy 80th as well. So I got to that bit. So happy birthday to Rebecca J's mum, and anybody else that is celebrating a birthday. Have we got anybody else with a birthday? I'm not sure. James, thank you for gifting another membership, much appreciated. Sarah Parfitt is in chat. Hi Gabby, I hope you're well. Hiya, how are you? Jules B, where is the coffee morning mascot? It's never been seen again. Oh yeah, can you remember when we had that stupid... That was the chicken, weren't it? It's here. Hang on. Can you remember it? It never worked out, did it? I've got to be honest with you, I couldn't be bothered to get him out. This is him. That was the original coffee morning mascot. He's still here in the bedroom. He's in Fumps's cot all the time. Holly bought him this, actually. Didn't we call him something Cluckerson? McCluckface, yeah, something like that. I just couldn't be bothered to get him out. But he's here. He's always here. He's always here in spirit. But the thing is, he's retiring now, and I think Elmo is going to take over. I just got this feeling in my bones. Can you remember the chicken? Oh my God. Brilliant stuff. I love it. Jules B says he's alive. He is. The chicken. Any advance on coming up to 76? Barry, are you going to be 76? When is your birthday, Barry? I can't remember when your birthday is. I'm sure we did it last year. I'm sure we did. Can you believe that Coffee Morning is actually nearly having its first birthday as well in February? That's going to be coming up. Sorry, I had to pause while I drank then. No, Gerald, he doesn't slide. He could slide. He could slide. The Elmo slide, the Elmo slide, the Elmo... I'm going to get copyrighted for singing probably, no, my luck. Lee says he's been gone a while. Craig, I'm 44 this year. It's a good age, Craig. It's a really good age. Jacko says, and I thought I was the eldest on here at 64. 64 is not old. Wendy says, I'll be 76 this year too. Oh my God, snap. Barry says March. It was mentioned last year. Yes, Barry, because mine's March. And I remember us talking about our horoscopes, because we're similar, aren't we? I remember it. Lee Gaffard says, I'm 36 this year. Oh, that's a nice age too. Jules C says, I'm 66. Oh my God, everyone's revealing their ages now. Amanda says, I'm coming up to 52, but feel like I'm still in my 20s. I know, right? Doesn't it feel strange? Doesn't like time just fly? It's nuts. Anna says, I'm 43, 44, end of May. Anna's similar age to me, really. Binbag UK, 53 on the 4th of Feb. Wow. Mental. Simon says you can't beat 69. Chris says 50 here later this year. Oh my God, that's a special one, that is. Marcus Legend, 44. Oh my God. Craig says Holly is 19 this year. Gabby, Holly is 19 in 2 weeks. Holly's birthday is the 30th of January, so not far off, actually. She said to me last night, you need to help me think of something to do to celebrate my birthday. And I'm like, it's not my decision, Holly. You decide. You decide how to celebrate your birthday. Oh my God, it's nuts. Everyone's sending in their age. Has someone asked everyone the question, how old they're going to be? Joshua, I am 30. Oh my God, I love my 30s. 30s was the best. Lose Woodwell, 33. Wendy, I feel 25 in my head, but my body says different. I know what you mean. Time does fly. Time really does fly. It's nuts, isn't it? It's like when Casper turned 1, like I said last week in the coffee morning, I just cried because I was like, oh my God, that year has gone so fast. And I wanted it to slow down a little bit, but because I wanted to embrace his baby years. But my God, he's developing so well, which brings me to my next comment, actually. Paul Drury, thank you so much for your first super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's like a little singing lemon. I love it. I love it, singing lemon. But obviously, speaking of development and people getting older and stuff like that, right? Let's speak about my latest vlog that I put up. So my latest vlog was Casper's second birthday. So I vlogged snippets of the day, and it was just a chilled day, really. Nothing, we didn't go crazy because we don't need to, because he's 2 at the end of the day. So we had presents in the morning, as you'll all see, and then we went to the soft play, which he really loved. He really embraced that. I mean, we sometimes go to the soft play in Norwich now and again, but we went to one that was a little bit more local, and he really enjoyed it, and he just loved running around and burning off steam. So we knew he was gonna enjoy it, and yeah, had a great day. And then when we came back, I did his favourite dinner. He really likes the little alphabets, you know, the little frozen alphabets you get. They're a bit like waffles, like Smileys. Do you know what I mean by Smileys? So, you know, like potato waffles. So they're like chips or whatever, but they're in alphabets. And then you can make like words with them, that. And he really loves them. And it sounds really ridiculous, but he really likes beans with the sausages inside the tins of beans. He really loves them. So as a treat, we gave him that for his dinner because that's his favourite. But obviously you get something different every night, but that he just seems to really love that dinner. When he ever has that, he just like goes, he just whoops it down, and he loves that. And he had the naffest cake in the world, but he didn't care, and I ate it all personally, and it tasted really good though, but it wasn't like bought from the bakery. And it was Tim that said to me, you know, don't, oh, there's an ambulance outside. Where's that going? Ooh, I'm the nosiest neighbour in the world. Yesterday, someone skidded around the corner in the snow and crashed into my neighbour's wall. Couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. I couldn't really help because I was housebound. But I don't think they really needed any help. I think they were just going a little bit too fast. Boy racers and all that. Yeah, I don't know why I went off the subject then. Anyway, he had an amazing day. A really amazing day. And I put the vlog up, and the comments that we got on there were really overwhelming. Everybody was just so kind and lovely. The amount of happy birthday messages he got, the people that were saying, oh, Casper's so cute, he's so lovely. And it's great for a mum to hear that. Everybody wants to hear that their child is cute and all that, you know, and I know he is. Casper is gorgeous. I'm the luckiest mum in the world, and when I say that, I mean that honestly from the bottom of my heart. I was really disappointed to read a couple of comments from someone called Stranger Danger 984. So there's, and then obviously I've got another one after that which I'll read to you. Stranger Danger 984 sent me a message saying, your son is autistic and you just do not see it because YouTube comes first. Now, I read that comment, and my first thought was, have you personally, you've seen a snippet of the vlog, but I don't know who you are, but do you personally know my son enough to make that judgment? So that frustrated me a little bit. I just thought that is not a very welcome comment. When they say YouTube comes first, I'm thinking, what makes you think YouTube comes first? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, the Louders know more than anyone that Casper comes first. How many times have I had to reschedule my coffee mornings and like say that I'm going to put my vlog up, but it might go up, I might premiere it later and things like that because of Casper's bedtime or the sleep that happened the night before, or because Casper's not gone down for his nap or he's running around. The coffee mornings and the YouTube literally revolves around my biggest priority is my son. I've had a couple of comments where somebody had put on the Christmas one as well. I thought you had two children, not just one. And I think that people are missing the point. Like, because I'm not like Baby and Holly, people think I'm being a mean mum. Holly's nearly 19. She's a woman. And so when I get them comments about Holly, like me not mothering her as much, it's like, she is a fully grown woman. Yes, she lives at home. And yes, I still spend time with her. But she's a fully grown woman. I'm not going to treat her on Christmas morning the same way I'm treating Casper, because, you know, Holly knows there's no Santa. Holly is a grown-up. So it really makes me die. And then when we did the Jet 2 vlog, there were people commenting saying, oh, I can't believe you took your daughter on holiday with you. She should be going away with her mates now. And I'm like, well, you can't have it both ways. You can either have it where she comes on holiday with us and we're babying her, but we just want her to be there because we're still a family. Or, you know, you can't moan at Christmas when I'm not going, has Santa been, Holly? Has Santa been? You know, some people are absolutely balmy. Like, really, that's just unnatural, isn't it? So, yeah, YouTube doesn't come first. YouTube is important to me, but Casper has to come first, and you guys are well aware of that. I know that. So that comment was absolutely pathetic. And also, singing and YouTube are now my jobs. That's how I earn my living. And isn't it normal for mums to go to work? You know, mums work. That's what they do, you know. And doing YouTube and doing my singing allows me to be the mum I want to be to Casper, because it's flexible work, if you know what I mean. Good afternoon, Walk With Me Tim. Thank you for joining. He's in the chat if anyone wants to give him get well wishes. So, you know, it is absolutely insane, that comment. And, yeah, it's just crazy. Tim, you've took over my chat. You took over. He's not eating that great, Craig, to be fair. So, yeah, Tim is now in the chat. I'm just reading your comments to him. I think it's lovely what you all send in. Get well messages. Marcus, thank you. Marcus says, afternoon, gorgeous Tim. Do you hear that, Tim? Someone's calling you gorgeous. Bless him. He needs this TLC, because the problem is when he was sick, he probably didn't get that much TLC from me. I wanted to, but I've got sickness phobia. Thank you all for sending them get well wishes to Tim. He can see them all. He's not with me, but I know he's in the chat, so I know he can see them all. So anyway, going back to Stranger Danger 984, I get this comment and I think, wow. And then they comment again in capitals, big, bold capitals, all the way through the message, saying again, your son, so I guess it's shouting, is autistic, Gabby. No cuddles, no eye contact, no communication, no verbal communication at 2 years. Only concentration is on the toy being held. Do something ASAP. So if the first one wasn't bad enough, they then send that in bold capitals. Again, do you really know my son? Casper is trying to talk. He's coming out with loads of things, and I don't need to justify it. And even if Casper was autistic, right, which I don't see any signs of that on a personal level, but even if he was, that's for me to figure out. And is it a bad thing? No. There are lots of children that suffer with autism and live perfectly. Do you know what I mean? And they're still loved, and they still go to school, and some of them are really bright. You know what I mean? And it's almost like the way that message was portrayed, even if this person was right, which they're not, but even if they were, why are they saying it like it's a really bad thing? Do you know what I mean? I know of autistic children, and it's just something, if they have it, you just adapt and you learn to live with it, and these things, they just happen. But I love to know who the person is that thinks they know my son better than me. I mean, it's amazing. Tina says, Gabby, block them and know you're a wonderful mother. Tina, they are going to get blocked. I just really wanted to read their comment out to you guys before they get blocked, because this is what I do. So if I get like any mean messages, then of course they do get hidden. In fact, they don't get blocked as such, they get hidden, which means they're wasting their time. So they're commenting and it's not getting seen. So that's what happens. So you sort of bar them from your life, if you like, and then they become rejects. And that's just the truth. They are then rejected from the channel, and then you don't look back, and they could be putting all sorts and you just won't know about it, and that's great. And nobody else gets brought down with their comments too, and they're actually wasting their precious life doing it because nobody can see anything. It's like an invisible comment. So they're tapping away, their little keyboard warriors, and they go no 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 no, and you know, thinking that they know it all, and that's all wasted energy because nobody sees it, nobody cares about it, because nobody knows it's happened. So they are just typing and typing and typing for no reason whatsoever. And I just love that. So the best thing to do is just not respond and hide. But I do like to snake them out at the same time, because I think they deserve to be named as shame too, because I just think it's disgraceful that there are some people in the world that actually act like that. I mean, I don't care what their excuses are, and I don't think that if anybody comes out the woodwork and go, oh yeah, well, I've got mental health issues. I've got mental health issues, but I don't go around being nasty to people. Do you know what I mean? So people that pull that card, that doesn't really wash with me. So yeah, it's not good. Crossroads says, Gabby, look, you're in the limelight and you will get people, horrible, jealous people. Yeah, I know. And to be honest with you, I'm not hurt by it. I'm shocked. I get shocked every time that people put comments like that, but I'm not upset by it. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't affected me. I'm not going to sit there and dwell on it. Craig has just sent in a super chat for your Tim. Handsome. Oh, thank you so much, Craig. That's really kind. He is handsome. He is. And I'm very, very lucky woman. Helen says, Gabby, you're a great mum to Thumpies. Thank you, Helen. I really appreciate that. Lee says, I have mental health and I have no shame in it. I think that means shame in it. Well, yeah, we shouldn't have shame in that. Mental health is standard. That's pretty normal. It is in my world anyway. Like, I'm pretty open and honest about it, and I support it. You guys know that. I'm the biggest fan of supporting mental health, and this is another reason that I do the coffee mornings, to bring people together so that we can all feel uplifted, to try and help anyone that has these low moods or anything like that, because I know that when I come on and chat to you guys, I feel better. So I like to think that by you guys watching the coffee mornings, it's an all-round good vibe, because that's what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to like fish out the garbage in, you know, people like that, and cast them aside. But also when we name and shame these people on here, and I sort of like put it out there, I'm not glorifying them, but what I am doing is making other people aware that when people get faced with comments like that, how pathetic they actually are. And that's what I'm trying to get at. I want anybody that feels like they've been bullied to know the response and how the response should be to bullying comments, because there are other people that are in just day-to-day life that do get bullied or feel low because of someone, or if even like other people that get attacked by keyboard warriors. Do you know what I mean? It's just to make you guys know that, you know, I get it, and this is how we deal with it. You know what I mean? It's pathetic, and it's just my opinion on a pathetic comment, basically. Vincent Clark, please read my message. Hi, Gabby. You put Gary, but I'll take that as Gabby. How are you today? From your royal fan, Vincent. I'm very good, thank you, Vincent. Tim wasn't well, but he is on the mend, so we're all looking up. It's going to be a positive day. Unless it's a bug and I get it, then it's going to turn negative. But I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling positive. But yeah, just trolling out. I've got one more troll comment to what is the word snake out? No, it's not snake out. What is it? You know what I mean. I'm going to just read them out. I can't remember the word for it. I'm having a brain block moment. Did I finish my coffee? That might be why. If I drank this, I'd be much more sharper. Okay, so this was on my Christmas Day vlog. Somebody called Sparky07, which are going to get blocked as well, said, in regards to Thumps again, call him by his name! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. You need lessons in parenting! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Well, let me tell you something, Sparky07. If you think Thumps is, to be called Thumps is not okay, you should have heard what I was called as a kid. And I'm open and I'm honest about it, right? All through my child years, I was referred to as Bog. B-O-G. Like a toilet, Bog. There's a reason behind it, but that is what I was called. And I never took it too personally. It was a light-hearted nickname, because people used to say to me when I was little, because obviously you learn it at all, can't you? What's your name? And my name was a bit of a mouthful. So my full name is Gabriella Starbuck. So if you ask a little kid how to say Gabriella Starbuck and they're learning to talk, that's going to be a hard one, isn't it? So I turn around and I would say Gabbylo Bogrup. So the Gabbylo bit never stuck, the Rup bit never stuck, but the Bog bit did, because it was the worst bit in what I used to say, Gabbylo Bog Rup. So everyone would go, oh, it's Bog, is it? And then that was it. So even now, I have cousins come up to me and go, Bog Rup or Bog, and I'd be like, oh my God. Do you know what I mean? But I'm all right with it. So it's not a big deal. My sister used to be called Doogie. I don't know why, but my dad and my mum used to call her Doogie. In fact, not so much my mum, but more my dad. This is more of a Starbuck thing. And my brother used to be called DD, because my brother was called Dominic and they used to call him Dominic Dom, so he got nicknamed DD. My brother, all his kids have got nicknames. It's just something that you do with your children. You just have pet names for him. Holly used to be called Bush. All through her childhood, we used to go, Bush! And we used, because of a holly bush. So we used to call her Bush. And it was, you know, it's not the most charming nickname in the world, but you just do, don't you? It's just pretty standard to call your kids little nicknames and stuff. It just happens. It's not a cruel thing or anything like that. And if anyone knew our history, they would know the reason we call Casper Thumps, right? And there are still people now that will say to me, can I just ask why you call him Thumps? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. And then I will tell people and I will put it in a comment as to why we call him Thumps. But a lot of you have been following me for a while and you know why I call him Thumps. And it goes right back to the IVF. So it's actually a charming nickname. It's not like one I had where it was like a toilet. Lee said, I call my daughter Fanny and she hates being called it. But that's so funny. But you do. It's just banter, and that is all it is. It's not bullying. And like I said, there's no cruelty behind Thumps' nickname. So it's not bad parenting, and not that I need to explain myself to them. It is just a nickname that people do have. I mean, Tim won't be pleased I've said this, but Tim is actually a nickname because his full name, which he doesn't like to be called, is Timothy. But he likes to be called Tim, which means it's a nickname. I get called Gab, It's also short for Gabriella. Holly gets called Hol. It's short for Holly. It happens all the time. It's normal. It's normality. It's not something where you need lessons in parenting. It's the most pathetic comment I've ever read in my life. But I really just wanted to shout them out. Sparky07, complete and utter PR1CK, just so you know. And they will be getting blocked today. Amanda says it's another way to show affection. It is. Charlotte 19, I was called sloth because I was slow mentally and physically. I was later diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. Have I said that right? Sclerosis. But it probably wasn't meant in a nasty way. I think it depends on who says it. My name is Jennifer. I like to be called Jenny. Exactly. Jenny is short for Jennifer. It's pretty normal. Who just said they were called Potato Head? Did I just read that right? Kate says, my parents called me Mr. Potato Head because of my static hair. There you go. It's just crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. Well, anyway, just leaving you on that note, I'm just going to leave you on a bit of a positive. Anyway, so the positive is I have got quiz nights through January to uplift us. So January is a depressing month, as you know, and I'm doing quiz nights at the moment, and I know that majority of you do watch. We've done 2 quizzes already because there's obviously 1 each week, so there's only going to be 4. So we're going to be doing the next quiz night, hopefully, fingers crossed. I think we're going for Sunday, because Friday, if Tim doesn't do a live tonight, he's going to be doing his Friday, and obviously we can't clash. If he does end up doing his tonight, I'll do it Friday. But it looks like we're aiming for Sunday, okay? So Sunday is going to be quiz night, and I do need a genre. What are we going to go for? You need to let me know. Don't let me know in the chats. Let me know in the comments of this coffee morning, please, so that we can get some ideas of what to go for. But it's a little bit of fun. It's just an excuse to like have a little bit of a drink, whether it be soft or alcoholic, whatever. It's a social thing. It's a bit of a laugh. We're playing for a certificate of appreciation, which is made of A4 paper, which absolutely sucks, but it's just fun in it at the end of the day. And so come and join us. We should be doing it around about the 6 o'clock mark, I should have thought. But like I said, keep an eye on my channel, and I'll upload the live, and the time will be on there and everything. But I think we're going to aim for Sunday, all right, guys, because obviously Saturday I'm in Ipswich singing, so I can't do Saturday, unfortunately. So again, like, you know, I have to fit it all in like a jigsaw puzzle the best I can. But yeah, get involved. It's going to be really, really good fun. With this coffee morning, if you have enjoyed it, then please hit the thumbs up. Share it to someone you think could need cheering up this morning. That's if it has cheered you guys up this morning. With a bit of luck, it has. But once again, I really appreciate you all giving up your mornings and coming over to support the channel. You guys mean a lot to me, and I really appreciate all your support. The channel members, people that aren't channel members as well, everyone, you all mean a lot. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'd really appreciate that as well. If you're wondering what the channel memberships are all about, basically by being a channel member, you get customized emojis, you get prioritized responses, and you get a badge which changes different color for every month that you are a louder. So some of you got blue, some of you got green, some of you got yellow, because that all stands for how many months or whatever you've been louders. I think, I'm not sure which color is which month, but that anyway, that's what you get. And if you want to become a super louder, which is a little bit more, then you get some behind the scenes footages. I must admit, I've been a little bit slack on that over the Christmas period, but I'm sharpening myself up. That's a really weird way to put that, but that is how I've put it, so I'm just gonna accept that's how I just said it. So yeah, that's what you get for being a super loud as well, and you also get all of what I had previously said as well as being a normal louder. But again, it's a price of a cup of coffee a month, but I appreciate everybody that gets involved and chats. I really, really do, from the bottom of my heart. Anyway, have a wonderful day today. If it is your birthday, have a great day. If it's not your birthday, have a great day anyway. If you've got snow where you are, don't be housebound like me. Go out and build a snowman. Have a great day. Sending you lots of love. Mwah! Bye, everyone. And I will see you Sunday. But I will be premiering a video before that. So I'll see you then on the premiere. And then I'll see you Sunday. Yeah, chaos in it. See ya!